What it do, house crew? Hey man, listen. Jon Jones is the biggest duck in the UFC. And I can say that confidently now. This is no, oh, he has to fight Stipe. He fought Stipe. Oh, Tom Aspinall isn't really a champion. He's the interim champion. It says on the fucking website. Now, Tom Aspinall has been the interim champion, as you can see on the screen right here, for 535 days. And this is from April 23rd. I mean, 29th, right? Right now it's May 23rd. So you can safely assume it's probably about 550 days as an interim champion. The longest reigning interim champion. That's how bad it is. That Tom Aspinall is breaking a record of the longest interim champion reign. Now, if you don't know who Renan Barão is, if you're a casual, you don't really watch UFC that much. Renan Barão, he was a former bantamweight champion, but he was an interim champion for a very long time because Dominic Cruz was injured. And he was the interim champion. And then when Dominic Cruz vacated his belt, Renan Barão was upgraded to undisputed champion, right? After 534 days. And it was a problem back then. But I wasn't really watching that era, so I mean, you can call me a casual, but let's just be for real. It's a big problem now because at least Dominic Cruz vacated the belt. Jon Jones has no plan to do that. Now, I don't know what Jon Jones is doing. I don't think even he knows either. As you can see, you can tell right here, Jon Jones says he's done fighting. But you are still active. 10 years left, says Kamil Gajiev. And Jon Jones is, oh no, I'm done. I'm done. Let's just watch the video.
I'm excited to see you again. He said you got 10 years left, but you're still active.
I'm done.
He got a little great. He's like, oh, my man.
How? He could say, I'm done because that guy's a homosexual. He's probably like, I'm done. I'm done. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. Stop playing, boy. You know, he's in Thailand. He's with the lady boys, you know. He just likes some real manly. You know. Just like Colby said, bro. He couldn't put... Whenever he was not done with men, he went for the bat bitches. But on some real shit, though. He could really be done with fighting. Now, it definitely looks like that. Obviously, as you can tell, Johnny Meat. I didn't know that was his fucking name. And honestly, it does not help his case. Now, he's been tweeting a ton. You know, bragging about his life in Thailand, chilling, having a bunch of fun. You know, let a man have some fun, you know. He's a 40-year-old man with, kids and a wife who he may or may have not beat to bloody. But, you know, let him enjoy his life. Let him go and party with the lady boys, do some cocaine, sniff some guy's hair. Maybe fuck some guy over there. I don't know. And, you know, he's agreeing with his beat writers. He's, oh, I love it here. I cruise on a motorcycle all day, eating full meals for less than $5. It's awesome. Everyone's so grateful here. Obviously, Joey Fingers asked how is Thailand. You know, he's been joining. He's been active on that Twitter, man. He's been active. And, you know, he's over here bragging on, I can't walk 2 feet here in Thailand without taking a picture. My Russian fan base and my UK fan base has somehow exploded. Everything is working out for my good. You know, UK fan base throwing some shots there against Tom Aspinall, saying he's more popular in the UK, which I really doubt. I don't think anybody in the UK really cares about Jon Jones like that. I think Aspinall's a bigger star there. Let's be for real. Let's not delude ourselves, Johnny. Now, and he's been coping. He has been coping a ton. I could read through all these tweets and I'd love to, but I don't got the fucking time or energy. Yeah, and you know, he says he's been out here in Thailand enjoying life, stuffing my face every day, and I swear I'm losing weight somehow. Somehow he's losing weight. Such a huge, like, mind-blowing thing. He's losing weight by stuffing his face. The quality of the food here is amazing, so delicious, so clean. Now, this is where it kind of brings me to my attention. This is what I really found to be kind of alarming. He goes here and says, after Anthony Scalise, I don't even fucking care. How does it feel to be retired? And he's asking this thinking Johnny's retired. I don't know if I want to call it retired. I feel like I'll always have an ability to pop out and show them. I've had many breaks throughout my career. My identity outside of fighting is well intact. Sure. I'm genuinely enjoying life. I'm growing in different ways. Now, I'm not trying to be a fact checker. But you say you have an ability to pop out and show them. Pop out then. There's an interim champ waiting. You feel like you can say this shit. You can say you have an ability to show them you're the GOAT. But where is the proof? You have fought twice in the past 6 years against Cyril Gane, who has no wrestling. And let's be for real, you chose Cyril Gane because Francis Ngannou vacated the belt. That you made that fight happen because Francis Ngannou left the UFC. Then you got Stipe Miocic, who was honestly a shell of himself, former self. He was semi-retired. He was only looking for a paycheck. He had not fought in 4 years. And while there was an interim champion right there, you decided to fight an old version of Stipe who literally got knocked out by Francis Ngannou cold 4 years ago and hasn't fought since. Now, Grok here, explains very easily why he's had so many breaks, including the multiple positive steroid tests, the hit and run leading to a felony, a 2012 DUI, 2021 domestic battery case, the Cormier thing, canceling 151, doping violations from 2015 and 2017, especially with the Gus fight where we had to move it to New York so that he could fight on steroids. Now, yes, he had many breaks, and yes, he did come back and submit Cyril Gane, but then he was gone again for a whole year. Actually, no, more than a year. And while Tom Aspinall won the interim belt and defended the interim belt, Jon Jones was doing fuck all. Yes, he was injured. For all the John Glazers, yes, he was injured. And when you're injured and there's an interim champion, you fight the interim champion. That's just how it is. There's not no exceptions. Jon Jones isn't some god figure to you. I know you guys think he's God and you guys want to suck his black cock, I get it. Actually, I don't. That's fucking gay. But he's not God. There's an interim champion, you fight him. But Dana White, he's the reason why John Bones isn't retired and stripped of the belt. Now, like I said, he won't pop out and show him, especially against Tom Aspinall, because what is he going to show? He's going to show he got knocked the fuck out by that British guy. And his identity outside of fighting is well intact. I really doubt it. Your identity outside of fighting is the opposite of that. It's horrible. You have nothing good outside of fighting. You're not some Benel Dariush donating and creating charities. You're not Charles Oliveira, who's a kind and generous soul helping his community. No, you're hitting pregnant women. You're beating up your wife. You're failing a bunch of steroid tests. And also, you're gay. And I'm genuinely enjoying life. And I don't blame him. He's rich. Nothing wrong with someone enjoying life. I don't judge that. But why the fuck you were enjoying life when you gotta prepare to fight Tom Aspinall? Unless you really don't want to fight him. Yeah. And I would love to say this is Jon Jones' fault, but it really isn't. It's not Jon Jones' fault. Jon Jones isn't the reason why this fight isn't happening. Jon Jones doesn't want this fight to happen. He would rather stuff his face, maybe with food. I don't know if he's talking about food here. Let's be honest, it's Jon Jones. When he means stuffing his face in Thailand, he means something else. He means a different kind of meat. He wants to do that. He doesn't. He wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Maybe end up in jail again, or cry in front of the police, or beat his wife again, or just sniff men in Thailand. Whatever the fuck he wants to do. He doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. And Tom Aspinall is honestly so... You can tell. I mean, right here. You can tell Tom Aspinall doesn't want this fight. Let's just watch this clip.
Wait, yeah. So now is actually a little bit more of a tricky time for me mentally than it was then. And now it's kind of difficult, like, mentally to...
Oh, fuck yeah.
To be like... But this is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, not... The fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. It's tough sometimes, especially. But you know what? Again, I'm really lucky with the team and stuff. Is that we're in a spot now where guys come to me when they've got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
So like they're in training camp because we have international guys coming as well.
Yeah.
We have like a couple of Croatian guys. We have a couple of guys coming from all different places. And they're coming to me when they're in training camp, and I'm like, look, if I ain't on the ball, they're gonna kick my ass.
Yeah,
like,
gotcha. So you're getting different looks. You're staying fresh.
Yeah. So like, I obviously don't want to be getting beat up in the gym all the time. So like, I've got to stay on the ball in the gym, even though I've not got to fight myself, which is again a huge advantage that I've got. So
yeah, Tom Aspinall doesn't want this fight. People like to spin the headlines. I've been seeing the headlines say Tom Aspinall struggling mentally. That's not what he's trying to say here. He's just saying it's been tough trying to stay active and stay prepped in for a fight, considering he's not fighting. And that's a normal thing that fighters do. Jon Jones isn't doing some mind games here. He's not doing any type of expert mind manipulation against Tom Aspinall to make him break. No. He's just ducking him. He's just not fighting Tom Aspinall. He doesn't want to fucking fight Tom Aspinall. He's never wanted to fight any good contender. He's either had to use steroids to fight good people, or you had to rob them in decisions. If it went to decision, judges, give him little, behind the stage, type shit, and just give him the decision. You can tell. In the Reyes fight, the judges definitely did not want Reyes to win. How do you give round 2 to Jones? And how do you make it 4-1 Jones in a fight where he got his ass beat for almost 4 rounds? How do you do that? And it's even more frustrating because a lot of people here are hopping on Jones' dick. It's just sad. It's sad to see. And I don't know what else you could do about it. You really can't do much. Because this isn't Jon's or Tom Aspinall's doing. This is the UFC. The UFC are still trying to make this fight. And that's not what we need. We don't need this fight to happen if Jon Jones doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. What we need is just... We just need something else, I honestly wouldn't be mad if it's Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. If Aspinall defended the undisputed belt against Cyril Gane, I wouldn't mind that at this point because we're not getting the Jon Jones versus Aspinall fight. The UFC is just trying to milk this fight, the hype out of it for negotiations to at least get a good deal from Amazon Prime or Netflix or whatever streaming platform they're trying to go for. Trying to milk this fight, and because we know the fight's going to be huge. We want this fight to happen. If it happens, I'm fine. I'm actually happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy. But if it doesn't happen, why do we need to keep doing this? Why do we need to keep wasting Tom Aspinall's time? Why can't we just make him fight for the undisputed belt? And then when Jon Jones has the courage to finally fight Tom Aspinall for the championship, just give him the title shot. I don't care if Jon Jones gets an undisputed title shot. Give him as many title shots as you need. But at least make Tom Aspinall the undisputed. because he has been more of a heavyweight champion and he has a way better heavyweight legacy than Jon Jones. Jon Jones has 2 mid-wins against a serial gone with no wrestling and a 43-year-old Stipe, while Tom Aspinall has cleared his division in less time than it took for Jon Jones to TKO Stipe. That is the bare truth. Unless you're some Jon Jones fan who really, really loves Jon Jones more than they love their own wife, then please give Tom Aspinall the undisputed belt any way possible, because this is just not funny. This isn't some Conor versus Chandler thing. We don't want it to be a Conor versus Chandler thing, but it is gonna be. So at least make Tom Aspinall the undisputed belt, strip Jones, and if Jones wants to come back and fight Tom Aspinall, you know, he's finally ready, the steroids have flushed out of his system, he wants to fight Tom Aspinall, give him the title shot. Make Tom Aspinall defend his title against Jon Jones. I'd rather see that fight. But Jon Jones doesn't want to fight anymore. He's happy retiring in the sunset after a mid-win against the old Stipe. He's happy with that. And let him retire. Strip Jon Jones. Make Tom Aspinall the undisputed champ. That's just all I want to say in this video, because this shit is just not funny. It's not. This is no longer just some Jon Jones is a dog. It's just like, this is just pathetic. This is not even Jon Jones or Tom Aspinall's fault. They both. Tom Aspinall just wants the belt, and Jon Jones doesn't even want to fight. So at this point, what is stopping the UFC from stripping Jon Jones? You know, what is stopping him? And it's because we want this fight to happen. And it's like a baby wanting the toy, and they know they're never gonna get it, but they start crying for it. The UFC, I don't know if anybody from the UFC is gonna watch this video. I doubt it, but if they do, please don't make this fight happen. Give up. Just give up on this fight. There's so many. You can market Aspinall so much. Aspinall is this dangerous guy, and you're just not doing that because you want this Jon Jones fight to happen so bad. At this point, I give up. I don't care about this Jon Jones fight. I don't care about Jon Jones anymore. That guy is in the past. You know, he had a shitty excuse of a heavyweight title reign. When he retires, nobody's going to be saying he's the heavyweight GOAT. No one's going to be even ranking him in the top 10 heavyweight champs. There's only been like 12. They wouldn't even put him in the top 10. Tim Sylvia had a fucking better reign than Jon Jones. Now, he'll always be like heavyweight GOAT. Maybe some guy maybe Uncle Liev will just defend the belt like 9 times somehow. I doubt it. But someday someone will surpass Jon Jones. This legacy shit never mattered. It was always about who fights the best. Who is the best in the division. And the fact that we had to go sit by this for a whole year and a half, it's like I just don't care about this fight anymore. So, before I end this video, just airdrop something in my computer. It's gonna pull up. Make sure. Now I'm shouting out Tony Has Died. Popular account on the Instagram. 77K followers. I'm gonna stop glazing now, but there is a petition to strip Jon Jones of the UFC undisputed heavyweight belt and upgrade Tom Aspinall to the undisputed belt. It's got almost 20,000 signatures, 90,400. You can just put your name, last name, email, and you can sign the petition. Now, it will ask you if you want to donate some money. Just say no, skip it, skip everything. You just need to put your name and your email and your address and your zip code and location. And you can have the choice to display your name or not. And you can sign the petition. You don't need to pay any money. You don't need to do anything else. Just sign the petition, skip everything else, and then you'll be signed anyways. It's a good cause. I like this for it to happen. I give up on Jon Jones versus Aspinall. This needs to happen no matter what. This is tired. This is tiring. We need to save the heavyweight division. We need to stop having this guy hold the belt hostage and act like he's the GOAT when he really is just the opposite of that. He's a coward. And we need to upgrade this guy who actually has been proven to be the best heavyweight. He is the best heavyweight right now. in the world. And make him the undisputed champ because he deserves it way more than this guy. So, sign this petition. It's in the... I'll put a link in the description of this video. Sign the petition. Shout out to Tony Has Died. This is not my petition. This is Tony Has Died petition. So, I'm going to put the link to his Instagram on there as well. Follow him. He's a cool guy. I'm not going to steal credit for him. So, yeah, make sure to sign this petition because this is a good cause. I've already signed it. So many others have signed it. So, do it for the sake of the UFC and the heavyweight division because I am tired of seeing this guy ruin it. It has been too long. This guy doesn't want to fight. He's too scared of Tom Aspinall to defend the belt. So, enough's enough. Anyways, bye.